Greetings and salutations, and this is Tech Plays here, back with more Shadow Generations, and yeah. Well, technically Sonic and Shadow Generations, but you know, we're playing the Shadow Generations side of things on its own, and then we're gonna play the Sonic Generations side of things on its own. So there's two separate Let's Plays, but it's the same game. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. But yeah, we are on to Rail Canyon Act 2. And I know, like, I got, like, a little political last video. That was because I had a lot of, like, built up, like, frustration I had to get out on video. And, yeah, not happening again. As I said, I don't like to get political in my videos. Not happening again. The reason I don't like to get political in my videos is because unless you're one of those problematic people that support the person in question that I was upset about, because of specific reasons, I'm chill with you watching my channel. The only time I'm not chill with you watching my channel is if you're part of that cult. Like if you're actually blind and like deep. I don't want to go into it because, again, I don't want to, like, get political in my videos, and I want to keep my promise and, like, keep it to the last video, but still feel like if you're not the like, it's hard to really explain it without getting specific and getting political again. That's what the problem is, because there are very few people who support the person that I'm upset about, and like very few people who support him are actually genuinely good people who are just being manipulated. And those people, I'm fine with those people watching my channel, but there are also people that support this person in question, that support this person because them themselves are bigots or like closed-minded, or they just want gun rights and stuff like that. Like problematic stuff, you know, like problematic stuff. They support him for problematic reasons. They support a problematic person for problematic reasons. Go figure. Those people are not welcome here. So, like, I'm not the kind of person that's gonna be like, oh, if you support this person, you're automatically not welcome here. No. If you support that problematic person for problematic reasons, you're not welcome here. Especially if you're a part of that damn cult. Just saying. But that's as far as that's going here. Like, again, I'm keeping it very vague because I don't want to get political and all that stuff, and I just wanted, like, to close that whole conversation for the future, you know? So, yeah. But here we are. We already beat it. This video is mainly going to be challenge acts. That's kind of a thing with, like, how this game is structured. Due to how it's structured, we're going to have, like, I think a couple videos that are mostly challenge acts, and this is one of them. Because we did Rail Canyon Act 2, and we're gonna do the boss. But aside from that, there's like 8 challenge acts I have to do. And you might be wondering, why 8 when you only need 3 keys? Oh, actually no, this is not an important cutscene, so I'll keep talking. For those who know, you only need 3 keys to open the first 2 boss gates each. But you're able to get 4 boss keys from those sections of the game. So why go after all 4 when I need 3? Because you're gonna need them later. Yeah, the 3rd boss gate needs 4 boss keys, and you're only gonna have 2 boss keys from that boss gate's stages, or in that case stage, because that boss gate only has 1 stage. So you're gonna need the 2 extra boss keys from the other levels. For some reason, in both my first run of this game, I finished this run of the game already. By the way, I've already finished the run at the time of doing this commentary. But for some reason, in both runs of the game, I forgot one of the Kingdom Valley keys. Because in my first run of the game, I was missing like a Space Colony Art key and a Kingdom Valley key because I didn't realize I was going to need all of them, so I went back for them. And then in this run of the game, I did all the Kingdom Valley challenges, but I forgot to pick up one of the keys. So it's just a constant. Anytime I play this game, I'm just going to miss a Kingdom Valley key. That is some good ass grape soda. I usually drink water when I'm doing commentary, but lately my throat has been scratchy. Been sore, whatever you want to call it. So I got some grape soda. Pretty good. I used to hate grape soda, and this is in part because the only grape soda I had when I was when I was a kid, was Fanta, and I don't like grape Fanta at all. But then I tried like Grape Crush, loved it. I tried Walmart brand grape soda, loved it. I just don't like Fanta grape at all. But Grape Crush, grape Walmart brand, both good sodas. Okay. I don't know why past me paused with the map. Oh, I think I was supposed to cut here. Hold on. So for some reason, I forgot to cut that part. So now you have like almost a whole minute of me just staring at the map. Sorry for that. But there was already commentary over it, so I couldn't really go back and like delete it. It would have felt unnatural. You know? We're starting with the Rail Canyon ones. Rail Canyon, I think I already mentioned, my favorite stage in the game, with Kingdom Valley being second. If I were to rank all the stages in the game, this is not really a spoiler because the game's been out. By the time this video goes up, the game will have been out for almost a month, so it's not really a spoiler. If I were to rank like the stages from best to worst, if I'm not dividing them up in acts, because if I were to make a rankings video on the stages in this game, I would count the acts individually, because some stages have like a really good act and then a really bad one, or not really bad, but they'll have like a decent act and then a fantastic act, which makes it hard to rank as a whole stage. So that's why if I ever did like its own dedicated video of these stages, I'm probably just going to I'm probably just going to count the acts individually. If that makes sense. But as like right now, we're just gonna like count the stages overall. Rail Canyon is number 1, my favorite. My second favorite is Kingdom Valley. Number 3 is Radical Highway. I love what they did with Radical Highway in this game. I still wish that like Radical Highway would have been like a penultimate stage, and they would have included a stage from Shadow the Hedgehog, like Lava Shelter or Black Comet or something. Like, I feel like they should have done one of the final stages from Shadow the Hedgehog as the final stage, and had like Radical Highway as the big build up to the final stage, you know? Like, I feel like that would have been better. But I still love Radical Highway. It's my 3rd favorite. I feel like I would rank it higher if it wasn't for the fact I would have preferred a Shadow stage as the final stage. Especially because there's so many stages from Shadow that were good ideas, but like were designed poorly, that they could have made awesome. I kind of wish they incorporated some of Cosmic Fall, for example, into the like Space Colony Arc stages, because like Cosmic Fall was a really good level idea. It just had some messy game design. Another really good level idea, Lava Shelter. That one's probably actually one of the ones that also had the best execution. Lava Shelter, Westopolis, and a couple other stages actually had some pretty good execution in Shadow the Hedgehog, but like there's a lot of stages that, like, I love the music, I love the level, like, not level design, I love the, like, assets and stuff, I love the, like, I love the, aesthetic and stuff, but then, like, the stage sucks because of the level design. And, yeah, they do kind of reference Shadow the Hedgehog in a couple places. There's a bunch of songs from Shadow the Hedgehog you can unlock. Like, you can unlock Sky Troops, Lava Shelter, The Doom. There's a few other ones I'm forgetting, but you can unlock a bunch of, like, songs from Shadow the Hedgehog. There's a mission we're gonna be doing this video, like, there's a mission we're gonna be doing this video for Space Quality Arc where you have to kill, I think it's 30-something artificial chaos. And I feel like that's a reference to the most notorious mission from Shadow the Hedgehog. Because there's two missions that are really notorious from Shadow the Hedgehog. And they're both from, like, flashback arc stages. But one of them is where you have to, like, defeat, I think it's 30, if I remember correctly, I think it's 35 artificial chaos. And on its own, that sounds like an easy mission, but the level design makes it horrible. And that's why I really wish they would have, like, tried to, like, salvage some Shadow levels in this game. They already did it with Sunset Heights from Forces. Why can't they do it with a Shadow level? I feel like it's a really missed opportunity. It's a big missed opportunity. I also feel like Lava Shelter would have been a real easy one, because there's already some assets in this game from, like, Rail Canyon. Like, there's some Rail Canyon assets they could have reused for Lava Shelter that would have fit in. Like, all they would have to do was recolor, like, some assets, add a bunch of lava, design, like, just a few unique assets, and they could have easily made a Lava Shelter remake. They could have remade Lava Shelter, and it would have been awesome. But there's also Black Comet, which is, like, you know, the Black Arms are the main enemies in Shadow the Hedgehog, led by Black Doom, who is the main antagonist of that game, but also the main antagonist of here. So it would have made, like, been the most fitting stage for the final stage here, but they just didn't. Which is a shame. It would have been a really cool level to have brought back. I also wouldn't have minded, like, say if they, like, brought back a Shadow stage, but it wasn't the final stage, it was like an earlier one. I wouldn't have minded that. There's a few levels I feel like they could have made amazing with the game design they have in Shadow Generations. Like, for example, Mad Matrix. Mad Matrix is a level that's, like, poorly designed, but has some really brilliant ideas. Like, I would love to see them take the ideas from Mad Matrix and turn it into, like, a modern boost level for this game. I would love to see what they would do with it. Because here's the thing. Sunset Heights is a worse level than any level in, well, okay. Sunset Heights is a worse level than 90% of the levels in Shadow the Hedgehog, including Mad Matrix. So I would love to see what they would do with a level that's got shit game design, but is better than a level they already salvaged. I would love to see, like, what they could do with it. Like, I feel like Lava Shelter, Mad Matrix, Black Comet, Westopolis, what's some other levels? Sky Troops. All of those could have been made into, like, amazing modern boost levels for Shadow Generations, and I just feel like it's a missed opportunity. None of them were brought back. Those stages all have really cool, like, ideas and stuff. And Westopolis, I think, would have been the most generic choice, and there's already, like, a fan mod of it. I've seen it, and seeing the fan mod kind of proves my point that it's a generic choice, because I don't feel like there's much you could do with, like, Westopolis to really, like, make it better. But since it's, like, the first level of Shadow, and a lot of people remember it, it would have, like, hit nostalgia for people, so it would have still been a good choice. In that factor, I just feel like there's other levels from Shadow that they could have done a lot with, like Sky Troops, Mad Matrix, Black Comet, and Lava Shelter. All of those have a lot of potential. And it sucks that they didn't bring none of them back. And this isn't a complaint for, like, Shadow Generations. Not at all. Not at all. I feel like this game is near perfect. And literally, there's only like 2 or 3 things keeping it from being perfect. That one of them being the jump. I feel like well, more specifically, the double jump. The double jump here is carried over from Forces, and it's really finicky. What do I mean by this? Well, how do I put this? The double jump, or no, it's not carried over from Forces, it's carried over from Frontiers. The double jump for both this game and Frontiers is really hard to control. I don't know if it's just me, but it's really hard to control. There are times I die because I double jump. Like, you'll notice it later in this Let's Play, but there are times I choose to just single jump, because if I double jumped, I'm gonna fall off. Like, double jump is really unreliable in this game and in Frontiers, and I really hope they fix that for the future, because that is really my only gripes with how the game controls, is the double jump. Like, everything else feels perfect. The double jump is so bad. And I wish they would have fixed it from Frontiers, but they didn't. They fixed everything else from Frontiers controls, but not that. Sonic Team, if you're watching this and for some reason you care, like, about my 2 cents, yeah, fix that double jump for the next game. For the next game using this formula. Just fix it. Just fix it, please. I feel like that's literally the only thing wrong with the controls for Shadow Generations, and if you fixed it, it'd be perfect. That, and as the previously mentioned, like, I'm disappointed there was no, like, shadow levels here. Those are the only 2 complaints I can have with this game. And you might be saying, well, I'm just, like, nitpicking and stuff. No, I'm not. I'm not saying, like, I've seen people who nitpick. People who nitpick will take, like, stuff like that and use it to basically call the game trash. And I'm not calling the game trash. I literally said the game is near perfect. It's near perfect. That is quite the opposite of what a person nitpicking would do. I'm just pointing out the 2 things that bug me. And when I can only find 2 things in a game that bugs me, you know the game did good. Because even, like, here's the thing. Some of my favorite games in the world have stuff that bugs me. Resident Evil 2 Remake is I don't know if it's my favorite game of all time, but it's my favorite Resident Evil game. And I still, like, think it would have been cool if the 2 scenarios were more different. Like, I'm not one of those people that goes, oh, game bad just because they didn't do the zapping system and all that. No. I just think they should have did more to shake up the 2 scenarios, make them more different. And I'm disappointed they didn't do that. But that's the only complaint I have with RE2. That's why it's my favorite RE game. Because that's all I can find wrong with it. Get what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have a complaint for even stuff I love. It doesn't mean I'm gonna call it bad. It just means I recognize, like, that it's not perfect. I don't think anything I actually love is perfect in any way. Like, I feel like some of the things I love the most actually have a lot of imperfections. Like Ruby, for example. I'm a huge Ruby fan. It's one of my favorite series of all time. And it's heavily flawed, and I'm willing to admit that. But some of those flaws are lovable. Some of those flaws are things that make it fun to be a fan, because you can, like, speculate on, like, ways to, like, make sense of it, or, like, you can come up with your own, like, rewrite or different ideas for what they could have done and all that. And that's just a lot of fun. That's part of what the fun of being a Ruby fan is. It's so flawed that, like, you like to figure out ways that it could be better. and it's not it's not flawed. Like, it's not so flawed that like it's painful to watch or anything. It's just, you know, flawed. It's a fun kind of flaw, you know. Like, that's what I love about Ruby. And I would say that's what I love about a few Sonic games too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously, I hate Forces. I hate 06. I'm sorry. I know it's 2024, and like most Sonic fans love 06 for some fucking reason. But no, I still hate it. I hate 06. I hate Secret Rings. I hate Forces. But outside of those, I pretty much like every Sonic game I played. I just don't like those three. For context, I've never played Lost World or I never played Lost World, and I've never played Rise of Lyric, or any of the Sonic 3 games, for that matter. I have played most of the mainline games, with the exception of Lost World. I have played the Riders spin-off games, the Rush spin-off games, Team Sonic Racing. Trying to remember, I played Sonic and Black Knight, Sonic and Secret Rings. That's about it. No, I played a few of the like side games from like classic era, like Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Lab. Okay, I hate Sonic Labyrinth too. I forgot about that one. I played Sonic Labyrinth. I played Sonic Chaos, Sonic. I'm trying to remember them all. Oh well. We're almost done here, I believe. I think this is the last challenge we're gonna do, and then we're off to the boss fight. Big heads up, the final part of this Let's Play is gonna be 40 fucking minutes long. I try to keep these videos like a half hour, but like that video is just got like a lot of content, and it wasn't enough content to split into 2 videos, so it's just gonna be a 40-minute video. There might be like a little bit of cutting actually due to that. Because I don't like to do videos, I don't like to do long videos. That's part of why I struggle to stream, because I don't like to like commentate consistently for a long time. I like to do it for like 20 to 30 minutes. Sometimes like, okay, I like to do it for 20 to like maybe 36 minutes. Anywhere between there. But yeah, this is the final challenge here. Looks like we're just using Chaos Control a lot. And I died. Lovely. Something I missed about doing like Let's Plays too while I was like trying to stream is being able to go like on rambles and stuff. That kind of makes it more fun for me to do the commentary. When I'm streaming, I don't have those ideas because I'm too focused on the game. I don't have like the ideas to like ramble about. You know, and part of the fun of me doing these is to ramble on over the gameplay. I also feel like that makes the video more interesting because if I don't have anything to say, obviously the video is boring. There we go, we're at the end. Epic. Something I like about, like, I do like that it restores, like, the area around the level where you complete all the challenges. That's a really nice detail that I do love. But yeah. Let's head on back to the boss. Love the shortcut we get there with that guy. Just send him all the way up here and then we get like a free ride up here back to the boss. Hell yeah. open the boss gate. Let's go. So I did a boss rankings video recently for Shadow Generations, and for those who have watched the video, you already know this is the lowest ranking boss for me, so I'm not too excited. I mean, it's still fun to play, but like, I'm not too excited for this. I'm gonna be more excited when we get to the other bosses because I'll have a lot more to say. The Biolizard just was never that interesting to me as like a boss, entity, character, whatever it is. Especially not compared to what we got later. Because later we got Metal Sonic and Mephiles and Dark. We got Metal Sonic, Mephiles, and Black Doom, who are all characters with full personalities. Here we're just fighting a monster. Like, we're just, like, fighting an artificial monster. That's not as interesting, you know?
Your energy is still unstable.
There we go.
Target the right spot.
Hit him where it hurts. Yep. Now, I will admit, the Biolizard has always had a cool design. I do like that, at least. It's just, I always preferred character bosses, like where you're fighting, like, characters who can speak and stuff. Like, it's always felt more interesting to me. It's part of why I love the Crash Bandicoot games, because every boss in the Crash Bandicoot games, for the most part, you're fighting against a character. That's part of why I love the bosses in this game. Most of them are characters. You fight against Neo, Metal Sonic, Mephiles, and Black Doom. And yes, I know it's Metal Overlord, but it's Neo Metal Sonic turned into Metal Overlord. It's the character is Neo Metal Sonic. And it's kind of a shame, too. I would have loved to see Neo Metal Sonic return for a future Sonic game after Heroes, but they never did anything with him again. Which kind of sucks, because base form Metal Sonic gets old. I kind of wish we could have, like, Neo Metal Sonic in the game again. Especially because Neo Metal Sonic had the ability to speak, and that gives so much personality to Metal Sonic, it's not even funny. But yeah. That's just my 2 cents. I really wish they would bring back Neo Metal Sonic for a future game. Give us a Metal Sonic who can communicate and stuff, and who has a cooler design. But that's just me. I think I hit Chaos Control at the wrong time. Oh, no, I didn't. The arms were already down. I just missed them. Oh, okay, that's on me. My bad. Where you time Chaos Control right, but you don't realize it, so you fuck up. There we go, finally. I like how in my, like, boss ranking videos, I said this was, like, the easiest boss, but then, like, I fuck up here. In all fairness, I fuck up here because I don't care about this boss as much. Like, I'm literally not trying as hard on this boss as I do the other ones. You'll see later that I try really hard against, Metal Overlord and Mephiles in particular. I think I would get, like, fantastic links with them and everything. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Right now, we're on Biolizard, so we're gonna focus on Biolizard. Yeah. That don't look good. Good thing we can hit it back.
This.
There we go. I kind of do love how after Frontiers they basically have turned the homing attack into a fighting like a full-on fighting style in a way. Like you do a bunch of like punches and kicks with it. I actually do enjoy that. I think that adds like more depth to it, and I hope they keep that going forward. Because I do think that's a really neat detail and it adds a lot to it. The homing attack's no longer just a jump into thing button. It's like you do attacks with it. I think that's definitely something they should keep. But yeah, after this cutscene, I'm ending it off, so... Or do we have a cutscene? Do we have a cutscene after this, or is this it? I think this is it, judging by the length of the video. Look how much world we just had open up to us. Oh, we got cutscene.
I destroyed you once. I will do it again.
You defeated us, but the Black Arms live on. And this temporal anomaly has accelerated my plans to revive my forces and consume the world.
Show yourself. We'll finish this here and now.
You are not ready yet. We are not ready yet. Once you have been perfected, then we will have our reckoning.
Anyways, I'm ending off the video here, so bye.